Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for another episode of Wednesdays with Winnie and Jerry for Wednesday, April 13th of 2022. I'm stretching as high as I can. I've got my little handheld tripod extended as much as I can. Sorry if it's shaky. Winnie is hanging out up here on what we call the bridge. So this is the in our kitchen. There's a what we call the bridge up there. Oh, hey, I just saw the chat go by. I missed it. I missed who was chatting there. Sorry. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so Winnie's hanging out in the kitchen on the bridge. And my thumbnail earlier, well, the thumbnail for this video. Hey, Maple. Hey, Heather. I didn't see who else was in there. I've got my camera so far. Hey, Karen. Hey, Aurora. The thumbnail for this video is Winnie sitting here, but earlier, the little sneak peek preview was of Gary sitting up here. Gary was sitting up here earlier. Hey, JKH. Gary was sitting up here earlier, and then Winnie, he jumped down, and Winnie jumped up here. Oh my gosh, hey, Callimo, I am standing on my tippy toes here, and my arm is literally stretched as high as it will go, holding this tripod thing. So, I don't know how long, Winnie, I can do this. My arms are getting tired. Good catch, Winnie. She's got it. Whew. You got it. Good job, Winnie. Oh, you dropped it. You dropped it. You dropped it, Winnie. What are you gonna do? Hey, Lisa. Hey, CM. Winnie, it is all the way down here. Oh, maybe she will like her string. Okay, Winnie, here's your string. Here's your string. Whoa, what's that, Winnie? What is that? How tall do you think this is, Jen? Like,
we have 9-foot ceilings. So.
oh, we have 9-foot ceilings, so that's got to be at least almost 8 feet. This bridge,
At least 8 feet.
at least 8 feet. So yeah, I'm really stretching my arms trying to reach up here. But we added this bridge a few years ago, actually, because Winnie and Gary, they would jump up on top of this, on top of the fridge, and on top of the counter, or the cabinets. They loved it. But then one day, Winnie jumped up on top here. And she could jump up from the counter all the way up there and go up there. Hey, Terry. And also Gary jumped up there. Now, Winnie, we had no problem with her jumping up there because she was brave enough to jump down, but Gary was a little terrified to jump down, and he was a big boy, so we didn't want him getting hurt. So we built this bridge, and they love going back and forth. We put some nice plush carpeting up there for them, nicer carpet than we have in the house, and yeah, just painted this wood, and yeah, they love hanging out up there sometimes. Wah, wah, good job, Winnie. Good job. Hang on to it. Hang on. Oh, you dropped it. You dropped it. She loves this thing. Look at your face. You're so silly. You're so silly. Look at those eyes. You're just hanging out up there, huh? Just hanging out. She's watching the toys. It's tough for me to sling this up there. Uh-oh, here comes a Gary. Here comes Gary. Is it a toll bridge, Winnie? Gary, what are you doing, buddy? Gary, what are you doing? Gary probably just wants to go in the basement. Gary. He's just going to cry and go to the basement, I bet. Oh, he's watching Winnie. Oh, no, he's watching the door already. He's watching the door already. Oh, Winnie, my arm is tired up here. I'm gonna take your carrot away. Is she holding it? No, she's not holding it. Here goes Winnie. Oh, She's like, no, come back. Come back, buddy. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. She's like, time for food. There it is. There it is. There it is, Winnie. Okay, buddy, how about you? How about you, buddy? Oh, good jump, buddy. Good jump. Big stretches. Hey, Emily. Big stretches, Gary. Good job, buddy. Good job. Oh, he is a tall boy when he stretches out. He is a tall one. Winnie's like, I've had enough stretching. She's like, I want some food. You want some food? Already? Already want some food? Yeah, she's rubbing her face on her mug here. She's hesitating and waiting. Here you go, here's some food. And she's been eating really well today. Not a lot of food left in the bowl there. She's been doing great, eating a ton. And her weight is really good. And as you can see, her fur is almost all grown back right here, where actually on camera it looks, you can see it more than in person. In person it doesn't look as bare. Hey there, Alex. And yeah, so she's still got a little patch of fur that needs to grow in there from when she had her dental appointment a few weeks ago. Gary. Are you all showbiz, Gary? He's like, no, let me in the basement. Let me in the basement. Okay, buddy. You got the bunny right there. You got the bunny right there. Oh, he's like, here, you want the bunny? Oh, the bunny and the carrot are right there. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, buddy? He's investigating the stick. He's like, this is no challenge. This is no challenge for me. And I heard Winnie just jump down. Okay, Winnie. Now what are you doing, Winnie? Now what are you doing? Now what are you doing? Gonna hang out in the pool? Pool's closed, Winnie. There's no water. No water in the pool today. That's something we haven't done in a while. They've got little mechanical robot fish that swim around in the water that she likes sometimes. Winnie, when you were a kitten, you loved drinking out of the faucet. Before we had fountains, she would always drink out of the faucet. She loved it. And she's fascinated by water. We have like this Brita water filter jug that we keep in the fridge, and when we refill it, she's always so eager to watch us fill the water. But Gary, he couldn't care less. Well, she's not interested right now either, though. She is not interested. Winnie? No, she's not interested. You're being silly. Just hanging out in the sink. Just gonna hang out here for a while? Huh? And Gary is just there being silly today. They're just being chill. Gary is just gonna hang out at the door here. Oh, you're gonna cry because you want to go in the basement, don't you? Don't you? You're just gonna cry. Huh? That's his please help me open the door, Papa. That's what that cry is. Right, buddy? Hey, Jedi. That is correct. Typical cats. Are you hiding some nip in the coat there, Gary, huh? He's like, I don't want this. I don't want this bunny and carrot anymore. Oh, now he's getting interested. Now it's making noise. Oh, it hit your tail. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, buddy? Whoa, he was fast there. He tore it right out of my hand. Whoa, Gary. He's like, I'm gonna take out my frustration of not being able to go in the basement on this bunny. Oh, so vicious. So vicious. Uh-oh. Stalking it? It's going away. It's going away. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. So fierce. So fierce. Show that bunny who's boss. Huh? Gary. And I see some shadows behind me, which means Winnie's wandering around. Oh, there she's still up here. She's just in front of the plant lights there. Winnie, what you doing, huh? What you doing? You got it, buddy? You got it under control, your bunny situation? Here you go. I think this toy has catnip in it. I'm not sure. Gary. Oh, it does make crinkle noises. He likes that. He does like the crinkle. Yeah, it does sound like his candy toy. He's got a crinkle toy like this. Not on a stick or anything, but it looks like a piece of wrapped candy, and he loves chewing on that. Right, buddy? It's going away. It's going away, Gary. Gary. Oh, now she's watching it. Or she was. Winnie. Oh, Winnie. There you go. There you go. Winnie. Uh-oh, she's stalking it now. Whoa! She's really stalking it now. Whoa! Winnie! She got it! No, 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 don't eat the feather. Don't eat the feather. Don't eat the feather. Don't eat the feather. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. There we go. Oh. Whew. That's not something we want you to swallow. Ooh, that is a real feather. So the end there is pretty hard, you know, that center part. But wow, this is pretty mangled. Wow, you did a good job. You got it. You got it, Winnie. That's going in my pocket. The poor little bunny has lost its feather. Because, you know, as bunnies do with feathers. Those feathered bunnies of the world are now shivering their timbers. Whatever that means. Right, Winnie? She's like, I had that fair and square. Why can't I keep it? Why can't I keep it? She's like, I'm done with this toy now.
Doesn't shiver me timbers have something to do with peg legs?
With what?
A peg leg.
I don't know. Jenny D says, doesn't shiver me timbers have something to do with peg legs? I don't know.
They're made out of wood, which is timber.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, Winnie, another one of your favorite toys. The red string. For angels, maybe? I don't know. Oh, Winnie loves the red string. That's for sure. It's right above you. It's right above you. Yeah, I thought maybe it was a pirate thing. So yeah, that makes sense then, Jen. They're saying it's a pirate thing, which you were saying a peg leg.
Yeah, because I think.
I had no idea.
Because timbers, I mean, their peg legs are made out of
A
wood, so.
wooden peg leg, I guess. I don't know. Oh, yes, Lisa, of course. Our resident expert, yes. Of course. Yeah, definitely an expression of surprise, and that's how I was using it for Gary's Shiver Me Timbers, or for Winnie. And he's like, "You took my toy, my prized feather. It's going away, Winnie." She's gonna jump for it. Oh, what happened, Winnie? It's gone. There it is. It's back. She's not letting it go again. She's not gonna let it go again. It's right behind you. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, look at her back ruffle. Oh, poor Winnie. Sorry, Winnie. Her back was ruffling. I always get nervous though, because she loves chasing after it when I hold it up like this, but I get too nervous sometimes because I'm worried she's gonna just like dive at it and just get lanced with. It'll be bad. Like a jousting stick. But whenever they get really aggressive playing with the stick toys, if they grab it, I just let it go sometimes so they don't get hurt. And this thing's pretty flexible, but... Oh yeah, the Cadbury bunny who clucked. Maybe this is the Cadbury bunny. That's why it's got a feather. Oh, Gary. You being adorable over here? He was just rolling his head back and forth. Look at you, buddy. It's hard to see you because you're on a gray rug. But you're being...
He's like camouflaged in that.
Yeah, you're camouflaged. This is Gary the Hunter in his camouflaged, whatever you'd call this. What the hunters call that, a blind? Oh, look at you, silly boy. Gary, nobody can see you, buddy. You're camouflaged. Look at that. It's the Gary rug.
Even the stripes in his belly spots.
Yeah.
He blends into that rug
You
really
do blend in here, Gary. Look at you, you're silly. He's like, enough shenanigans. There's a basement door here. He's like stood up and he's staring at the doorknob again. Camouflage, yes. Incognito Gary. Oh, good job, buddy. Good job. Usually this is one of Winnie's favorite toys, but he's really going for it. He is really going for it. I think maybe out of frustration because he really wants to go in the basement and play. And it's funny when he goes down there, he has this game where he likes to go on. There's like 2 or 3 places he always runs in the basement, and he runs back and forth to those spots, like under a table and on top of a box and on top of another table we have. And it's all so funny. And when he knows when it's time to go upstairs, we're like, come on, buddy, come on up. And we go down to get him, and he'll run back and forth between his favorite spots. And he acts like he hides from us, and then he'll jump out at us, and he runs around. He loves playing down there. And Winnie goes down there sometimes too, but not as much. Gary just loves it. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. Look at those toe beans. Look at those Gary toe beans. Let's see a little koala bear right there. See the koala bear? There's a koala bear right there. Oh, you're making biscuits too? Too cute. You are too cute, buddy. Too cute. The Beanie Boy. Hey, Darnoldy. That is right, Gary the Beanie Boy. Camouflaged. Oh, Gary I saw the comment that Gary needs a little brother. He gets enough roughhousing with Winnie. Winnie usually starts it about an hour ago. Winnie was jumping all over Gary, like trying to start stuff. Also, she's usually the instigator when they get in their tussles and their fun little wrestling matches. She's usually the instigator, even though he is 4 pounds heavier than she is. He's still yeah, she's she starts it usually. I mean, he usually wins because he's bigger, and she'll end up hissing and running away, or we'll have to rescue her. But there's times where she'll just like run at him and just jump on him, and he's like, "What the heck just happened?" And she'll chase him around. And Winnie does sometimes play in the basement, not like Gary does though. Gary likes running around down there. She'll usually just go down there and she'll just walk around and hang out. And there's like a bookcase we have down there with a bunch of cubes that are open, and she likes to sit in there and just sit on the shelves and watch.
She'll more prefer to go down there if we're down there.
Yeah, Winnie does like to go down there when we're down there. She'll hang out with us. But Gary likes to just hang out there on his own even. That's where his captain's chair is. It's like a Star Trek captain's the Enterprise captain's chair, but it's a cat chair. Really, it's a dog chair, I think, but it's perfect size for Gary. He loves it. He's the captain down there. Right, Gary? And Winnie is still up here in the sink. She's like, Gary's had enough. She's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Here goes Winnie. Look at those eyes. Those eyes. Hey, Marty. Hey, Lorelei. She is loving hanging out in the sink. Oh, where'd it go, Winnie? Where'd it go? Look at those eyes. Those crazy eyes. You're so fast. So fast. Look at those eyes. Sometimes in the right light, they look super, super green. Hey, Jane. But yeah, sometimes they look crazy green. What are you doing, Winnie? I just got reminded seeing her walk over here. If we ever have a clean pot or pan that just gets set on the stove, she hasn't done this in ages, but then again, we don't have like pots or pans sitting out often. Or if we bring the crock pot out or whatever, Winnie likes to just get inside. Just go sit inside a pan. Uh-oh. Winnie, I hear Gary eating your food. Gary, buddy. Buddy. Okay, buddy. He is ravenously going for it. Nice job, buddy. He snuck a few pieces. Not your food. Not your food, buddy. We are lucky he hasn't figured out how to open this cabinet. There was one time when he opened the cabinet, he was sitting on top of the fridge, but I think he just happened to, just by chance, hook his paw when he was laying down or rolling around on top of the fridge, and he kicked the door open, and we were just like, oh no. He knows how to get in that cabinet. We're going to have broken glasses and him trying to go for the food. But luckily, he has never opened that cabinet ever again. I think it was just an accident that one time. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Right, buddy? He's like, okay, it's time to go down. I'm going to be camouflaged on my camouflage carpet. My rug here. What are you doing, Winnie? What are you doing, Winnie? So silly. So silly. She's watching it. She is watching it move. Oh, she stopped watching it. I thought she was going to run after it. Okay, who's going to get it? Who's going to get the bunny train? Gary is definitely not interested. Winnie is still watching it, though. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? I guess neither one. Neither one. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Although they're watching it. Well, at least Gary is. Oh, the door caught his attention, the doorknob. Gary's like, I just want to go in the basement. Yeah, neither of them want to play right now. And they're just both hanging out in the kitchen. Winnie's like, I was happy on the bridge, taking a nap. And then Gary, hey Jen, grab the laser. And then that's something they'll love. They always seem to love that. Right, Winnie? Uh-oh, Winnie, what's that noise? Here comes Gary. He heard his mama clicking the button of the laser. He knows the sound of the button of the laser and just the rattle of the chain. See, watch his reaction. See, he's looking around. And she just jumped down too. You rattle this chain and they start looking around. They know that's the sound of the red dot monster. They associate that sound and the click of the button. They start looking around. They know it. There it is. Who's going to get it? Is Gary going to get it first? Oh, Gary, good job.
I love how deep his apathy runs when the dot gets to the top of the scratcher. He's too lazy to go after it.
Whoa, Gary. This is a great way to kind of tire them out when they get kind of restless too. Right, buddy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Gary. Is Winnie getting ready to chase it now? Whoa! Winnie's like, nope. Nope, not for me. Don't want Gary running into me.
Ariel and Eva are watching it.
Oh, I missed that in the chat. Ariel and Neva are watching as well. So, Ariel, for those who are not aware, Alex in the chat is the owner of Ariel, and Ariel is Winnie and Gary's mom. Their actual mom cat. Ariel was at Kitten Academy back in 2017 with the fonts, just like, the font, the Ariel font. She was the mom cat. And, yeah, Ariel, you're watching your kiddos? Hi, Ariel. I got to hang out with Ariel a few times. What was it, 3 times? I think we saw Ariel in person at KA 3 times. And yeah, so, whoa, Gary. You guys showing off for your mom, huh? And it's so interesting because, hey, Jim. And it's so interesting because Ariel is a tabby and has some attributes. Well, I should say it the other way around. Winnie and Gary both have similar attributes to Ariel. It's like Ariel has some of the white features like Gary does.
She's
right? I think
a little more white.
A little more white. A little more white.
I feel like her markings were more like custard.
Yeah, I guess her markings were a little more like custard, but she has tabby swirls. Tabby like Winnie, but more swirly than Winnie. Winnie's got more like stripy. I could be wrong. That's what I remember. Alex would correct me, of course, but
it's been a while since
yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah, and yeah, and it's yeah, Ariel did an amazing job with Charlie. That's one of the really special things about Ariel and the fonts class was that there was a very special kitten that was part of the fonts class, and that's Charlie, little Charlie. He was one of DJ's favorite kittens ever is little Charlie. Charlie, without getting too into sads, Charlie was an only kitten. There was the only kitten in surviving kitten of a particular litter that was born outside of Kitten Academy, and so Kitten Academy, so graciously took in Charlie, and Charlie came in just after the fonts had arrived, and Charlie needed basically help, and Mr. A and DJ they hand fed Charlie, and he was at another foster. Yeah, he was at another foster briefly, and so he needed a mom cat, and so Charlie was brought in with the fonts, and Ariel was just such an amazing mom cat. She just adopted in Charlie like he was one of her own. So it was Ariel the mom cat, her four font kittens, which were Wingdings, Winnie, Garamond, Gary, the font names Wingdings and Garamond, and then Zap and Baskerville. Oh, there's Alex saying, yeah, she's got a white belly, yeah. And yeah, she has her four font kittens and then Charlie, and it was just so wonderful. She took care of Charlie like she was one of her own, and he was one of her own. And Charlie and Gary got along famously, as they say. They both got bigger. Charlie was bigger than all the fonts because he was a little bit older, and yeah, he was like a few weeks older. So you know how fast kittens grow. It's just crazy how fast they grow. And yeah, so it's pretty wild how that whole thing was. Oh wow, yeah. So Winnie head is pretty much the same, similar to Ariel's. Winnie, you're just like your mama. You're the only girl in the class as well. You're just like your mama. Just like your mama. Yeah, and it was really wild too, the whole Charlie saga, because that's when Kitten Academy really started to gain some traction and get in the public eye, because Mr. A even brought Charlie on the local WGN TV morning news, the Chicago local news station. He was interviewed with Charlie, and yeah, Charlie was a ginger boy, and so he was on the news. Kitten Academy was interviewed by the BBC. He was interviewed by a TV show in Japan as well. And that's where, for those folks on the Kitten Academy Discord who might have heard the term shaka shaka being thrown around all the time when Ari or any of the kittens or Toffee or any of the kittens way back when were scratching at like the door, like paddling at the door, and they call it shaka shaka. It came from that Japanese TV show, because it was the funniest thing, and the TV show is very I mean, it was a live show. I mean, not live show, but it was like real in person. But there was a lot of little animations that were on the screen at the same time. And when they saw when they were interviewing Chris or Mr. A, they and it was I forgot who it was. Was it Toffee who was pawing at the door and at the kitten room? All the Japanese announcers were like, "Oh, shaka shaka, shaka shaka," and it was showing on screen shaka shaka, and so ever since then it became shaka 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 shaka. Yeah, it was Toffee. That's right. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, yeah. That famous video, Toffee leads the chorus, and I don't know why that video name always sticks with me, because it gets suggested in my YouTube all the time. And that's the video they were showing on the Japanese show. But yeah, they really got a lot of attention back then, and that's when they really were Shaka Khan. That's really where they were getting a lot of attention, and really started to hit that algorithm, and YouTube was sharing them all over, and still are. Oh, Gary, she's getting some food, and you're just standing there. He's like, wait a minute. Hey, Bobby, welcome. And yeah, Gary's like, what's going on? I was just eating some of Winnie's food. And there's the door there. It's closed. Why can't I go downstairs? Why can't I have her food? Oh, Gary, you're a sweet boy. You're a sweet boy. Too funny. But yeah, so that's some of the little, some memories there from 2017 of Kitten Academy, Ariel and Charlie and the fonts. Yeah, pretty cool. And I can't believe these two knuckleheads are already over 5 years old. But Winnie is doing great because Winnie used to be ever since she was a little kitten such a finicky eater, and she still is, but she's been doing great now. Yeah, the textiles Alex mentioned, that's the first class I ever saw with Kitten Academy. You know, as you know, with Kitten Academy, they all have their themes. The textiles are where I started. Oh, and by the way, I just got my screen just dimmed. Hi, Think Pink. And Jay, hello. And just a heads up, my screen just dimmed, and I got a little warning message saying my battery's at 5%. So this stream might accidentally just end immediately. So just a heads up, I'm keeping an eye on the battery. But yeah, so I'm gone kind of a long time here, anyways, tonight. But yeah, it's been pretty amazing. But the textiles were our first class, and I remember tweed. I was so just like taken to tweed. And tweed is now Bilbo. Bilbo is the new name of Tweed. Bilbo Tweedkins. So yeah, I wonder who your first class was. But anyways, yeah, I hope everybody has a great one. Thanks for tuning in. I will actually be doing some work stuff next week, so I'm not sure if there'll be a live stream or not. It's going to be kind of a crazy, hectic week, but maybe not. We will see. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks to the moderators. Hope everybody's watching Kitten Academy and Kit Kat Playroom and Moby Kit Rescue and Brew Cats and all the other fosters out there. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe on all their videos and share them, and helps the algorithm a lot and helps them get a little revenue so they can continue doing what they do, helping mom cats and kittens, so they can grow up to be adult cats and ignore their owners like Winnie's doing right now. Right, Winnie? Boop. But thanks, everybody. I think my battery's about to die. Gary? Oh, Gary. He's like, let me downstairs, Papa. Have a great one, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Bye, Camouflage Gary.